Namaste, Prakash here. Welcome to the next episode of Dharma Tales. Let's debate. There are hundreds and hundreds of intriguing tales, both in Mahabharata and the stories which surround Mahabharata. Some of them form part of Bhagavatam also. We are going to look at one of the fascinating stories, the story of a character who is a blood relation. Why blood relation? The son of Lord Krishna himself. And yet, how Lord Krishna is not able to really even influence his thinking, in spite of he being the Lord himself. The name of the character is called Samba, supposed to have been born to one of the wives of Lord Krishna called Jambavati. He had this unique ability to literally take the form of Lord Krishna. And using this, imagine he was going around and creating a lot of nuisance with the ladies at Dwaraka, to the extent that Lord Krishna gets very angry. He is not able to change him, so he curses him. The only way in which people will realize who you are is when they can actually differentiate between who you are and who I am, so that you don't play the foul game using my form. And then he curses him to have a very rare skin disease which automatically shows up, and wherever he goes this skin color shows up and he's not able to fool people. And he's also given a relief by Lord Krishna that when you do enough tapas for Lord Sun, you might get a cure through Lord Sun himself. And then it is said that Samba goes around building a lot of sun temples across India. Many of the sun temples that you see in places like Konark and other places are the temples apparently built by Samba, the name of Lord Sun. And later, Lord Sun cures. Though he keeps away from Dwaraka, his pranks and childish games continue. He once goes to Hastinapur and then attempts to kidnap the daughter of Duryodhan, with whom he wants to get married. He goes to have a look at Swayamvar, and all these things happen. And there is a war between Duryodhan's army and the army that had gone with Samba. And Samba gets arrested, and it so happens that Balram, the brother of Lord Krishna, comes, rescues him, and gets the girl married to Samba. His games doesn't stop here. Subsequently, in one of the visits of some rishis and sages to Dwaraka, he plays the role of a lady. He takes the form of a lady and then keeps a lot of makeup to make him look as if he's a pregnant lady. And then they make fun of the rishis that you all can see the future of what it is going to be. Can you tell us what child this person is going to have? The Yadavas mock the rishis and sages. The rishis and sages, being what they are, they're able to see through this. And then they say that a maize will be born through Samba, and that maize will come back to destroy the entire Yadavas. It so happens that Samba gives delivery, a birth to a mace, and then this mace is broken and thrown around in the sands of the nearby river, and Yadavas have completely forgotten all this. On the other hand, the war between Pandavas and Kauravas start, and towards the end of the war, when all the Kauravas have been killed, Krishna goes to meet Dhritarashtra and his wife Gandhari. And Gandhari is so unhappy and angry with Krishna that he says that the same pain that I have gone through in seeing my entire clan being wiped out, exactly 36 years from now, the same will happen to you. Imagine Gandhari making a curse to Lord Krishna himself. And she says that that will be the end of Yadavas, and Lord Krishna is also a Yadava, mind you. And Lord Krishna accepts that curse from Gandhari for what he has done for the entire Mahabharata war to unfold. And everything goes on. And at the end of about 35, 36 years, and one of the days, it so happens that Yadavas are inebriated through drinks and whatever. And then they go to the river. And by this time, the maize which they had broken and thrown into the sands have now grown into grasses, huge grasses. And as they get drunk and they lose their senses and control, they pick up these pieces of grass and start playing with each other. And without even their knowledge, they get into a situation where they start fighting with each other. And all this grass, which all along was looking to be a grass, becomes a deadly weapons in the hands of all the Yadavas. And it so happens that within a matter of time, before anyone could realize, all of the Yadavas have completely killed each other, and the entire Yadava community is wiped out. That leaves only Lord Krishna and his brother Balaram left. It is said that later Balram goes back to become what he is, nothing but the serpent Adishesh in the crown of the Lord Vishnu. And now Lord Krishna knows that his time has come, and it is said that he goes into the forest and he gets spotted. He is lying down and he knows his final time has come, and he gets spotted by a hunter who is nothing but the rebirth of Vali himself, whom he had killed, Lord Krishna had killed in his earlier avatar as Lord Ram. And at that time, he had given a commitment to Vali in some way that the scores will be settled. And this hunter, confusing the foot of Lord Krishna to be a passing deer, shoots an arrow, and that's how apparently the end of Lord Krishna himself comes. That's how the story goes. Very intriguing, very fascinating story. Considering that, let's look at some of the points. Samba is none other than the direct son. I mean, he is born to son, born to Lord Krishna himself. But yet, Lord Krishna, though he has been a change agent across Mahabharat, helping changing so many people, he's not able to influence his own son. Doesn't it happen even in these days when fathers and people who are really great are going around changing the world, but they are not able to have an impact on the near and dear ones? And it also so happens that even Lord Krishna is not able to get out of the curse. Being a Lord himself, he couldn't undo the curse of Gandhari. That's one way of looking at it. The other way is that anyway his end had to come, and then he maybe allows Gandhari to play the curse on him so that that hastens the end of Yadavas. And of course, at the end, Dwaraka is consumed by sea and it goes down. That's how the story ends there. There are several intriguing questions which come up here. All the dharmic questions. Being the Lord himself, why Lord Krishna was not able to influence his own son? Being his son, why Samba continuously plays truant and never changes? Why Balram, knowing well that Samba had actually gone to abduct? Of course, you can always say a Kshatriya has a right to do whatever they want. How does he take the side of Samba just because he is his nephew and help him get married? You see this throughout Mahabharata, wherever, as they say, blood becomes thicker than water, as they always say. There are classical situations in this story with so many twists and turns and so many thoughts and inspirations and interpretation that come up. How does it help to uphold the value of dharma? What do we really have to learn from this story? Let's move to the comment section below the video and share all your insights, all your thoughts on what this story really means for you. Dharma Tales, let's debate. Till we meet again, Prakash signing off.